guys, Leah and Michelle, Resistance Chicks. It is February 3rd, Friday, 2017. Leah tells me she's got a slew of stories for you.
Well, actually, my mom wanted me to point this out to you. She was listening to a YouTube channel called Golden State News. A guy in California who sounds to be Mexican, actually, or of Mexican descent, illegally in the United States. And he kind of wants everybody to know, listen, pray for California, because the vast majority of residents living in California would like to see sanctuary cities barred. A state
which makes total
to
sense.
Multiple jurisdictions which refuse to abide by federal immigration laws, roughly 74%. That's you can say 75.
And that's according to a survey done by UC Berkeley. Not that we're believing Berkeley now because they're...
The want to see an end to sanctuary city policies. The issue to end sanctuary cities in the state crosses racial and party lines,
right,
with 65% of Hispanics registering their agreement,
wow,
while 70% of independents, 82% of Republicans, and 73% of Democrats actually feel the same way. So I want you to hear what he has to say here at Golden State Times.
As a Californian, I know the dangers and useless spending the state has to endure due to illegals. California is a state that will rather protect the accused rather than the victim, but it's changing, and it's changing at an astounding rate. President Trump took almost half of the state, not counting illegal voters, and the state is slowly but surely turning red, or at least pink for now. We want to let our viewers know that instead of insulting California, help us by getting the word out that both Golden State Times and Breitbart are working hard to turn it around, and once and for all getting rid of these anti-American Democrats polluting it. We are the new face of alternative media.
So, Golden State Times is trying to tell you the truth. They don't want them either. The idea of a sanctuary city is that if you're a criminal, then you get away scot-free.
Right.
Whereas if you break the law and you're not an illegal immigrant, then you go to jail. And
I'm wondering how many people really understand what a sanctuary city actually means. It sounds so great.
On immigration policy, let's turn to New York's status as a sanctuary city, because President Trump signed a different executive order this week saying that he would halt funding to municipalities across the country that do not cooperate with federal immigration officials and enforce federal immigration law. You threatened to sue in response to the order. I guess the question is, if your lawsuit fails, would New York City be willing to give up tens of millions of dollars in federal funding in order to maintain?
First of all, as
its
libertarians,
status as a
we don't believe in any of that anyways.
Right.
A couple of quick points. The sanctuary city definition has been often misunderstood. It's simple. Number one reason we have a different approach to immigrants in this city. We have 500,000 people here who are undocumented, and our police department has felt for decades that it must have a working relationship with those folks, and if they feel that by talking to a police officer could lead to the information being shared with the federal government and deportation, people are not going to work with police. This is a policy that goes back to Rudy Giuliani and Ed Koch, 20, 30 years back. We believe it's the best way to keep our city safe. We're the safest big city in America, and we've been working with our immigrant communities to make ourselves safe. We also believe the executive order is very vague and filled with contradiction and legally challengeable. So Jake, rule one, we're going at this. If there is an attempt to implement, of course there has not been an attempt to implement yet, we will go to court to have it stayed, just like this more recent executive order was stayed. The specific funding that would be cut, here's the irony, Jake, the specific funding would be cut would be from Homeland Security and Justice. That's for the NYPD to fight terrorism. So what President Trump is saying is he's going to take away anti-terrorism dollars from New York City, the #1 terror target in America, while alienating our police from our immigrant communities, making us less safe overall.
But if you're the #1 terror target in America, you should not be a sanctuary city.
I'm going to stand for that.
Under a new sanctuary city law that you approved in October 2014, the city of New York shields from the feds undocumented immigrants who commit what are deemed to be lesser offenses, but they include drunk driving and grand larceny.
They just get off scot-free.
This is what I wanted you to listen to.
Right.
They shield from the federal feds lesser crimes, including, let me rewind this, drunk driving.
But they include drunk driving and grand larceny. Why shouldn't the city of New York comply with federal law in this area? If you're a drunk driver and you're an undocumented immigrant, why should there be a place for you in this country?
Jake, there are 170 offenses in that law that are listed as serious and violent crimes that lead to automatic cooperation between the City of New York and our federal partners. So any serious and violent crime, we're going to work with them. Someone commits a minor
Drunk driving's
offense.
not serious.
For example, right now, if you didn't have clear definitions like we have, let's say someone had a small amount of marijuana, let's say someone went through a stop sign, they could be deported for that, and their family could be torn apart, and you could have children left behind where the breadwinner in the family is sent back to a home country. That is not good for anyone. So we differentiate. Anyone who's violent, anyone who's a serious threat to society, we agree, we'll work with the federal partners, and they get deported. But
If you're here illegally in the United States of America and you break a law, any law,
Okay, so
I'm sorry.
here's the thing. If you are in New York and you were caught with pot, tell them you are an illegal immigrant.
you'll
You
get
away.
off scot-free.
If you are caught drunk driving in
This
New
is
York,
great idea. This is good news for all you potheads.
tell them you're just an illegal immigrant.
Yeah.
Come on.
Get
I
smart,
don't care
people.
if you're a white guy or put on that accent.
Yeah.
¿Cómo estás? No,
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
no sprechen Sie English. I don't understand you. Wait a minute, I just spoke English.
But just tell them you're here illegally.
Yeah, just tell them I don't have a document, my parents
Tell them
brought me over.
you're a
the
Syrian
Rio
refugee. Tell them whatever you
Grande.
got to do. Grab a towel from the back of the car, wrap it around your head, or cover
Exactly.
yourself. Whatever you got to do.
In fact, keep something so that if you
Yeah.
do get pulled over,
Exactly. Hang on, I want
so
one.
that you can.
Right.
Wait, you're
hang
gonna
on.
need one that kind of covers your face
Why?
and your eyes as well.
But this one's not big enough.
so you're
We
gonna
don't
need a
actually
couple.
keep these. Wow,
Ah.
you look way better. I look like a gangster. What?
No one's gonna believe you. You have to have it covering
Yeah,
your
right,
eyes.
right.
Okay.
Then maybe you could. This is such a great idea.
No. I don't understand. I can't go back to Mexico.
Resistance
send me
Chicks
back.
tip of the day. If
You
you're
can't
going to do
send me
illegal
back.
things, just claim illegality.
I have no document. I'm a document immigrant. I can't. You have to let me go. Okay, ma'am. Please go on. You can go.
Right.
But if I'm here and I'm drunk driving in Ohio,
better
you're
believe
getting your
that
tushy
white girl getting bucked.
prison. You're going to jail. You can't drive. You get to get the yellow tags. We get yellow tags. We
Okay,
call
get
the
your
party
little
tags.
breathing thing.
And get
Right.
you to breathe in your car. You got to breathe in your thing to get your car going.
All right, so there you have it. Leah Michelle, Resistance Chick, signing off for tips of the day on how to defy the police officers. Ha! Just kidding.
Cincinnati's a sanctuary city. This will work. Okay, people in Cincinnati.
Right,
If you're caught with pot,
Right.
take your hijabs with you.
right.
Take this with you.
Preferably maybe an American flag one, or just keep a flag in the back of your car. Be like,
Take
dude,
it
haven't you
with
seen that
you.
picture?
Tell them work on your Hispanic accent
Or your
Arabic
Muslim accent. Yeah, thank you.
And say, I don't speak no English. I don't understand. And it'll only work in the city of Cincinnati.
Right.
Okay.
Not the outskirts, not where we live.
All right. So yes, we will now teach you how to get away with crime here. I'm resistance chicks.
Okay, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on Facebook now. We finally put a Facebook page out there for you guys. If you want Resistance Chicks, come and like and follow and interact with us there. Don't forget to subscribe to Resistance Chicks and Mass Faith 3 so you can get all the videos. We will be posting all of our videos on our Facebook page. We want to hear from you guys. We love you, and we will see you back soon.
I was cold all alone. No place for home every day. So afraid, but you called my name.